Brazy. Yeah. Looks like they back for a fifth season, man.
Who that?
Sports Roundtable.
Who?
SRT Crew.
Whoa.
SRT. They got that realness flowing in they DNA. Damn you lame if you ain't tuned to SRT today. HO got that payload when he say so. What you betting on? Don't get mad at me on fantasy. Break up Kyrie LeBron. I be smooth as sports superhero Hancock in the mix. Deal will roll tide forever. Real talk, you know who he gon' pick. See where I be with SRT. Behind the glass, that G-Money. They with a strong, I never lose. 6-man elite, that's J Smooth.
All you other sports radio shows is fake news. Believe it. Turn up your radios, cause it's time for SRT Radio. Yeah.
What up? It's the Sports Roundtable, and we're live from our virtual studios overlooking the digital world. Yes, sir. I am your humble host, H.O. from Bankhead, and I'm gladly joined by the esteemed all the way from Mississippi. He roots for the Steelers and he roots for USC. But just don't ask. My main man, Coach, is in the building. What's going on, Coach?
H.O. from Bankhead. What's happening? All
is well. I had an opportunity to venture over to Bankhead Seafood and get a little dab of what they got going on over there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so. And one thing I did not know, that the original Bankhead fish is pollock. And I did not know that.
Wow.
So I learned something new, that the original Bankhead Seafood fish is pollock.
Yeah, wow. I saw them folks standing outside.
Yeah.
Mine, boy.
Yeah, I told them I got a Bankhead pass. Get me to the front. Get me to the front. I ain't got time to wait in line. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my granddaddy stayed right around the corner, so I got a little pull.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, got a little pull, Coach. So you got to get on over there and just try it out and taste it and see what it is. Well, I got my main man coming to join with us. He got his hoodie off. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see. He got his hoodie off. That means he got some heat coming. No, you know. He really Coach. What's going on, Weezy?
What up, crew?
D-Will in the building.
What's going on with y'all, man?
Ain't that shaking. Oh, Coach, Hancock is on the way to Memphis. He said if he get a chance, he go watch Edie in person, and he gonna let Edie know what the bet is.
Yeah,
that's okay.
He gonna let Coach know where to send that check. Send that cash app over.
Hey, that ain't fair, because he might try to trip Edie doing warm-ups and get him out. You never know.
You already know he's injury prone.
Hey man, listen, it is what it is. Asa was gonna join us this week, but he said he had a holiday party, but I already know Auburn came to Cameron, and hey, it is what it is. But hey,
the rest
you better be glad you ain't bring that team out of West Alabama in the Cameron. Because Coach, see what we did up in UNC.
Oh yeah, they right. They good. They pretty decent.
Yeah, that's a good basketball team.
All right, before we get started, D-Will, I gotta ask. When I was just telling Coach that they got Hubert Davis on the hot seat in UNC because he lost a recruit, AJ Dubansky, to BYU.
He ain't lose DeBanson to no BYU, bro. DeBanson was never going to North Carolina, dog. Like people don't know. All right, y'all ready for this? Because y'all know college basketball is my wheelhouse. Inside information that I received today, AJ DeBanson signed his paperwork to go to BYU in November. To be exact, it was November the 20th. The paperwork has been submitted since November 20th. However, he went and took all those other visits and did all the other stuff because he was running up that NIL price. His NIL valuation was $7.9 million. BYU settled in the negotiation at $7 million. So he was never going anywhere else. Don't you know how when a coach is going into the next season, and he gets a lot of job offers, and he's the hottest coach out there, and everybody wants him, and he goes and flirts with all these other schools, but he's only doing that to drive the price up at the school that he's at. That
Yeah.
just happened with AJ Debance in college basketball. He did that with BYU just to make sure he secured as much as that $7.9 million valuation that they had on him. He got $7 million of it. So that's why he was going to BYU. It was never about UNC. It was never about Alabama. It wasn't about anybody else. It was always BYU. It was just where they're going to fork over the money to make it done. And as reports are, since November 20th, it's been a done deal.
Well, there you go. Inside information only on the SRT Sports Show.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, sir. So, Coach, you can relax and chill out.
I ain't
But
got,
you
I got
did,
nothing
you
to
did,
say.
but you did lose Lewis to Kentucky, though. I will admit that.
Yeah, that was kind of a bad deal, but hey.
But like you said, Coach,
y'all
y'all need some big men. Y'all don't need no more guard.
That's what we need. Get some big ones up in there, or else he in trouble.
I don't even know if they still produce those and make those, though, y'all.
Yeah, I agree. All right, D. Will, before we move on, Room on the Street has it that Mr. Stokes will be following AJ to BYU.
Tyron Stokes, is he going to reclassify?
Yes, that's the rumor.
If he reclassifies to 2025, then I can see that happening. Because they're really good friends. They played together last year at Prolific Prep. And the little point guard, I can never say his last name. He also was Team USA, who is the point guard on that Utah Prep basketball team right now. Is also going to BYU. So if Tyron Stokes does reclassify from 2026 to 2025, it's a very high chance that he'll be headed to BYU also.
Damn, did Mark Pope leave at the wrong time, or what's going on?
Well, I guess they just clearing out all the Latter-day Saints churches that they've been stacking all that money for all these years. Because in order to get Tyron Stokes, that's going to be another $5 to $6 million. It's going to be another big bag that they're going to have to spend to get him.
Yeah. All right, Coach said he wondered, is anything going out of USC other than Juju? Anything else coming out there? Coach, I'm just asking for you. I know you scared to ask D. Will because he put his team put that thing on you. But listen, I asked for you. I'm not afraid.
Ain't nothing going to USC, bro. And they better hope Juju don't leave after this year.
Or Juju going to Colorado. Oh, you talking about Watkins?
Yeah, Juju Watkins.
Oh, she done. She done.
Yeah. All right, with that being said, everybody, it is time to jump into some hot news. Yes, sir. Let me get my banner up. Let's see, where is it? There we go. Hot news. Boom. Hot news sponsored by good old friend Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill, where you can get the best shrimp in town. Takes 2 bites to get rid of 1 shrimp. Believe it or not, go on over to Big Easy Grill and test it for yourself. Trust me when I tell you, the shrimp po' boy, crab claws, and the seafood pasta is busting, as they say. Make sure you mention Sports Roundtable or SRT. Get your 10% off any meals, $25 or more. All right, fellas. This may be a sore spot for, I know, one of you, but maybe Coach ain't that concerned, but the 12 is in. The 12 is in, and it looks like, let's see, there we go. Oregon got seeded 1, Georgia seeded 2, Boise State seeded 3, Arizona State seeded 4. You got Tennessee, Ohio State 8-9, Texas, Clemson 5-12, Penn State, SMU 6-11, and 7-10. The in-state rival Notre Dame versus Indiana. I'm gonna let Coach go first, and did they get it right, Coach?
Well, SMU decided to play prevent special teams and let Clemson get that kickoff back to about the 40, 50-yard line. Then they decided to play prevent defense and let them get another 15 yards. I guess they said the boy from Clemson, he a young boy, he can't kick it that far. And they asked him, can he kick it? He said, yes, I can. And SMU said, all right, y'all, come on, let's go in the locker room. Let's pray that they forget Alabama's Alabama and let us in. We're going to beg and plead and do all kind of stuff to get in. If they had just won the game, they could have made it easy and just got walked on in. But no, they let Clemson and Dabo get in there. And, of course, Clemson and Dabo going to mess around and get dog walked by Texas. So it ain't going to take long for them to be gone. So, yeah, Clemson, y'all did SMU a favor. Well, SMU did y'all a favor and let y'all in there. And as a result, Nick Saban had his comments. And you know St. Nick say what he got to say and don't care what anybody think about it. So, hey, they're going to be looking at some stuff next year. Kalen DeBoer, you got some work to do, partner.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let me ask you this, Coach. Did the first four, did they get the buys right? Do you like the way that they set that up?
Yeah, conference champions. You win the conference, you in. And then those were the teams that won the conference championship, and they got in there. Clemson wasn't strong enough to be considered out of the ACC. If it was SMU, they probably would have put them in there, but Clemson wasn't strong enough. And I don't know what happened to the rest.
Okay. All right, Weezy. I'm pretty sure folks have been probably tuning in to wait on this rant. Do I need to give me some coffee and relax?
Nah, it's really not that bad.
Okay.
It's really not. Because here's the thing about it. Did they get it right? Yes. All right. They did. Is Alabama a better team than SMU? Yes. Should Alabama be in over SMU? Yes. However, for what the college football playoff is, for the structure of let me let y'all see my face for this. For the structure of what college football is, also, they got it right. Alabama had 3 losses. 2 of those losses were bad losses. You can't lose to Vanderbilt. You can't lose to Oklahoma. That's the bottom line. Now, I will say this. In the essence of a playoff, no, they didn't get it right. Because the essence of a playoff is the best teams. Did they put the best 12 teams into the playoff? No, because they still got Alabama ranked as 11. So you're telling me the team that y'all have as the 11th best team in the country still isn't in. So you're not picking the 12 best teams. It's still the 12 for what you consider most worthy teams. Because in my opinion, I don't think there should be automatic buys for conference champions. Because now we see that conference championships are about to be diminished. Because if at any point had they left SMU off, it would have been a firestorm. Because here's the reason that SMU got in and Alabama didn't. It's not due to what the records are. It's not due to how SMU played during the season or how Alabama played during the season. The reason that SMU got in over Alabama is because what happened last year with Alabama getting the nod over Florida State. They couldn't have that negative press that they had last season. And now with it being a 12-team playoff, made it a little bit easier. What also made it easier for the committee to put SMU into the playoff was the way the game was played between them and Clemson. It was 2 ways that Alabama was getting into the playoff. It was either SMU win the game outright, which was going to automatically put Clemson out of the running for the college football playoff because they were already ranked number 17, or they had to lose by 6 touchdowns to Clemson and show not worthy of being in the college football playoff by losing to another number 17 Clemson by 4 or 5 touchdowns. Now, if you watched that football game the other night, at points during that game, it looked as if Clemson was about to run away with the football game. And as I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? It's only 2 ways we can get in. And those are the 2 ways. However, I don't know what happened, bro. SMU somehow got in the damn game and stayed in the game and did not win the game. I knew if it came down to a close game, SMU didn't have what it takes to win games of that magnitude. They don't have it. They don't have the pedigree. They don't have the talent to beat a Clemson team who, by all accounts, as much as I don't like Clemson, Clemson had a very good season this year. They were not a bad football team in the conference that they competed in. Now, if they were in the Big Ten or the SEC, they might have had a different season. However, being inside the ACC, they had the season they were supposed to do, and they took care of their business. So with that being said, if SMU wins, they're out. SMU couldn't do either. So you know what that tells me? And I'll wrap it up like this. SMU don't deserve to be in. Everything I just explained is the reason that SMU does not deserve to be in the college football playoff. They just showed they're not capable of winning games of that magnitude. And that's the reason they shouldn't be in. And you're going to see in this first round or second round, if they luck up and win a game, they're going to get mollyhopped and demolished in a football game that they shouldn't have been in.
Strong words. Coach, you got anything to add to that, Coach?
You said what needs to be said. SMU got a target on their back, and they don't even know it yet. Well, they do know it, but you see SMU, Indiana, Penn State, those teams, if they get in this thing and get power drive, it's gonna be some reshuffling of this thing next year for college football. But they're gonna be like, okay, y'all had these big 12-1, 11-2 records, and you did absolutely nothing. So we'll see.
Hey, you know who's gonna get power drive and DDT'd and Hulk Hogan leg dropped and hit across the back with the Bushwhackers 2x4? You know who's gonna get that? Arizona State. If that's not the biggest crop that the Arizona State is in the position that they're in, I don't know what a bigger travesty is. I'm not so much upset about SMU that I am about Arizona State, who played absolutely nobody during this football season. They showed absolutely nothing that they are a top team, and they were never ranked higher than top 10. Bro, stop it, man. Listen, that's the issue I got, is where Arizona State is ranked.
You don't like Cam Scatterboo?
Man, stop it. Stop it.
Did anybody else get screwed during the playoffs, like a BYU or anything like that?
No.
No.
Bama didn't get screwed. Ole Miss didn't get screwed. South Carolina didn't get screwed. BYU didn't get screwed. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to put it out there. Y'all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
In the next 5 years, in my opinion, by all accounts, college football playoffs will mirror the NCAA tournament. Okay? It will mirror the NCAA tournament. Everybody will get in, right? Everybody will get in, and they'll play it out from there. The reason that's going to work is you can do it just like the tournament. You can play one game a week, right? You can play one game a week. You can go from 64 to 32. You can do all that in a month. You can do that starting in the 1st of December all the way through January, and the national championship already at the end of January already. So you can do that, and it's going to mirror the NCAA championship very, very soon, because that's the only way that you're going to truly be able to get a national champion without all this hobonage that we have going on right now. That's it. That's the only way. And the thing is, the money is going to blow the doors off of anything else in college athletics. They're going to make so much money from that setup that it's going to happen. As y'all see, it's just continuing to increase each and every year. And each and every year, we're having this conversation about the last team out. What's the biggest thing about the NCAA tournament that we have every year come March? That's the most interesting thing that everybody talks about. Who's on the bubble? First 4 in, first 4 out, last 4. That's the whole conversation of February and March, are the last 4 in, the last 4 out, and then the last 4. That's what they talk about, bro. And that's going to happen in college football. You don't think the people, the have dudes of college football aren't sitting back like, man, if we could get that type of conversation about our sport, the number one sport, just imagine that the money is going to generate. So yeah, man, get ready for it. What we're doing now is just having fun conversation, but it's going to be Wild Wild West open season in the next 5 years, in my opinion.
Okay, dope. Sound pretty spot on there. Coach, you agree with that?
It's gonna be some changes, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be some changes for sure. All right, our next item up the bid is the Heisman finalists are now announced. And let me go over those. Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel, Travis Hunter, and Mr. Genty for Boise State. They good. Did we need to add any more, or we good with that?
There's no way Shedeur shouldn't have got invited to New York.
I agree.
No way he shouldn't. Listen, Dylan Gabriel was 500 to 1. We know he ain't winning, but he got invited. So even if Shedeur can't win the award, his season that he had warranted him the recognition of being a finalist for the Heisman. He had a better year than Dylan Gabriel. And Dylan Gabriel was on a stacked team that didn't play nobody. Dylan Gabriel was not a Heisman finalist until after he won the doggone championship game, bro. Like he wasn't. At what point did anybody ever say Dylan Gabriel was a Heisman finalist? Throughout any point of this year. We even had the conversation on this platform about how Oregon is the number one. How is Oregon the number one team in the country, and their quarterback on an undefeated team isn't even a Heisman finalist? That was the Heisman goes to the best quarterback on the best team. That's
Right.
what the award has turned into. So you're telling me the best team in the country and their quarterback is not even a finalist, and he's 500 to 1 to win. He has the worst odds, or the best odds. Excuse me, the worst odds to win the Heisman Trophy. But he's there. So yeah, Shedeur should have been invited.
Coach, anybody else get left out that you thought should have gone?
Can't think of anybody. But like D will say, Dylan Gabriel was just a seat filler, pretty much. Put him in a seat and say, there you go. And unfortunately for Cam Ward, he's going to be a seat filler too, despite the year he had. But them late season losses, 2 out of 3, no. Hunter and Genty are going to battle it out, and it's going to be a very close race between those two. I thought it just going to be Hunter, but now Genty in his last game, he done moved up almost 2,500 yards. How can you ignore that? That's going to be tough for both of them to hoop, to see how the vote is going to vote for them. And you don't lose either way with either one of them, even though everybody's going to get mad because if Hunter don't win. And I believe Genty going to win because the voters are unfairly somehow targeting Hunter because he with Colorado. He got a target on his back somewhat, and they're going to target Deion, and they're going to say, well, we're going to show him. We ain't going to give Hunter the Heisman Trophy. Okay, well, yeah, you showing him, but Hunter still is going to be in the top 3 picks in the draft. So, yeah, you showing him big time. And the only reason he won't be number 1, depending on who pick. If Jacksonville pick, he's number 1. If Carolina pick, he's number 1. But if the Raiders pick, they go with either Sanders or Ward. And if the Giants pick, same thing. So if a team not needing a quarterback finish last, they getting Hunter. They'd be crazy not to.
So you think Carolina Panthers are satisfied with how Bryce Young has turned the corner since he's become the starter again, to where they're not going to consider Shedeur Sanders if they got the number 1 pick?
I mean, if everybody's favorite country boy, Leggett didn't drop that pass at the end of the game, they would have beat the Eagles.
That's a fact.
But he dropped that pass, and Hunter has been on somewhat of a roll. If not winning games, he showed making them interesting as opposed to early on when he was getting pancaked early on. He found his way. He's not a great quarterback, but he's approaching a serviceable quarterback for the team in the next few years. So they'll get Hunter to fill in just in case. But I don't see I mean, if it's the Giants or the Raiders, they gonna get one of those two quarterbacks. Now the Raiders better be careful. You mess around and let the Giants get ahead of you in the draft. I know there's been rumbling about. I saw Shador when he met with the owner. You won't get Shador. You end up with Ward, which is not a bad consolation prize, but I know they want Shador bad.
So I just pulled up social media real quick just to verify some information. First thing to come up, Shador Sanders is wondering why he's not invited to New York. Second in touchdowns in college football, third in passing in college football, but he's not invited. And in a 9-win season. Did I mention that? In a 9-win season.
Yeah.
A 5-game improvement from the year before, an 8-game improvement from the year before that.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, but Dylan Gabriel is there because he's the quarterback on what you. All right, let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna poll you and all the listeners, all the residents. How many people got doggone betting on Oregon to win the national championship?
Well, they saying it's gonna be Oregon and Georgia, just for the story.
I'm asking you.
I don't.
Thank you, Coach.
15.
Okay. Okay.
So let me ask y'all this: is Deion Sanders a blessing and a curse, all in one?
The media makes him that. The media put a blanket over him because Deion. But what they don't understand, what they should understand is his personality has been like that since he played ball. So why y'all expecting something different?
Right.
He's been that way all the time. So y'all gonna punish him because he talks a lot? You know, well, I mean, come on, you gonna punish the kids because of him? He had nothing to do with that. Now I would understand Shador ain't got no gripe if Colorado was like 5 and 8 or something like that. But they 9 and 3.
Yeah,
they improved every year. The boy been on the center. So
I agree.
How can you punish? Why are you punishing him? I mean, anybody. I want to find anybody in America other than that live in Portland, Oregon, that say Dylan Gabriel gonna win the Heisman. Nobody say that. No. So you could have 5 people there. Shador would have been a nice one.
Yeah.
You could have five.
So is it safe to say that Travis Hunter didn't make the Jim Thorpe list because of Deion, and Shador Sanders didn't make the trip to New York because of Deion? Is it safe to say that?
I'm not gonna say it's because of Deion, but I think
the hate
Deion effect.
The hate for Deion.
Yeah, but well, I'm gonna tell you this. Well, Shador and Travis have done. Well, Shador more so has done a lot himself to be hated, right? In today's or in what the media calls hate, the narrative that they're able to draw on him. Let me say that. So, and the reason I say that is because if you think about it, they don't have to hate Deion. Shador is the one who every celebration he holding up his watch, and as soon as the game go off, he put his chain and his watch on, right? Shador's the one who has a song. Shador's the one who's on podcast. Like, so he's being his daddy's son, right? Like, like Coach said, Deion has always been a talker. He's always been a boisterous personality. Shador's the same way. So they're punishing Shador for being who he is, which is unfair, right? He's never done anything disrespectful, but the reason he is who he is, because, like I mentioned, he's his daddy's son. So more so than they punishing him because of Deion, they punishing him because he's Deion's son, because he acts just like him and he looked just like him, and they don't like that because just like Deion, he's really good.
Yeah, simple as that.
So sad. All right, so real quick, what's up, Dez? I was wondering about you for a minute there, buddy. I guess he missed D. Will's rant, but trust me, it's more coming. Now we're about to hear Coach rant. Coach.
Yes, sir.
Rumor has it that Bill Belichick will be heading to college.
Oh,
I'm foreshadowing my boy stop for the week. And I just pulled up social media, and it's all over social media that Bill Belichick possibly could be named the next head coach of the UNC Tar Heels. Cause I'm gonna let you go first. What's your thoughts, real quick?
Good luck to him. I don't see Belichick being a recruiter per se.
I
He's
agree.
a coach. He's a heck
Yeah.
of a coach. I don't know if his recruiting style, because it's gonna be interesting to see him walk into a house and a kid tell him, "Look here, Coach Belichick, I'm playing for less than $2 million." And Belichick looking at him like, "Well, right now," in his monotone voice, "Right now, you're not worth $2 million. Have a nice day, son." See, I can see him. Then what they saying is he gonna have his son as a coach in waiting, huh? What has his son done? What has he done?
Give up a whole bunch of points to who do they play last?
It wouldn't matter. His son probably couldn't coach Jonesboro Tech, so I don't. You're gonna drive him in there, have him in there just because. Belichick need to be in the pros. He's suited for the pros because his style, like I said, if he go to the Cowboys, perfect fit. Belichick don't like to talk. Jerry do all the talking. Belichick just coach. That'd be perfect for him. But recruiting for Belichick, I don't know. He have a better chance of getting that ugly dining room table out of his house. But anyway,
All right, Weezer, what you got? Belichick to college.
Yeah, well, from reports, it's 3 years, $30 million, $10 million a year makes him one of the highest paid college coaches, right? Off the bat.
Right.
I'm gonna tend to disagree with Coach. I think, and Big O HO, I'm pretty sure you're on the same page. I think it's a great move. The issue of recruiting, I'm here to tell y'all, college football is not what it used to be, y'all. And college football in the next 3 years is not gonna be what it's always been. And with the inception now of general managers in college football, Bill Belichick ain't gonna have to do a lot of recruiting. It's just gonna be like the NFL. Bill Belichick understands the NFL game. He's going to run the University of North Carolina just like an NFL franchise. He's gonna have a general manager that picks the groceries. He's gonna have say-so in what groceries they go out and get. But it is a negotiation thing. Bill Belichick understands money. He understands how to use money to get the players he needs to get and use the amount of money. It's going to be a salary cap in college football very soon. We already hearing the number of $20 million being thrown around. You mean to tell me if you can get $1 million from any school in America and Bill Belichick walks into your living room, the Bill Belichick, the GOAT, 6 Super Bowl rings, walks in there and tells you, "Oh, I can give you that $1 million and you can come play for me, and I'm gonna get you to where you need to be to make sure you're a high draft pick and you're rich and you change your family's life forever." You telling me that somebody gonna say no to that? That's like Nick Saban walking in your room. Let's keep it real. That's the same as Nick, and he's not gonna have to recruit in the old world of recruiting. He's going to have a staff of people that will be able to go out and recruit. He's just going to have to be the closer. He's going to have to come in and close the deal, and tell me a better closer than Bill Belichick. Tell me somebody who's grown up in the last 25, 30 years that don't know who Bill Belichick is, that has had any watch of football. So let's keep it real. I think it's going to be a really good look because from what I'm telling you, college football is changing. I don't know if y'all saw this report, but it was an interview that I caught on social media. But I saw a former NFL owner. He was a former owner of an NFL franchise who literally said he is in negotiations. Not that this is what he wants to do. That he is in current negotiations to buy college football programs. He said it is upwards of $500 million that it will cost to get the upper echelon, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan's, all the big name programs. Upwards of $500 million. So you mean to tell me, if we're starting to tell me that it's going to be owners in college football, it's going to be general managers and staffs why won't Bill Belichick be successful in that climate? Who's going to be better? That's all I got to say. So I'm not against it. I'm actually anxious to see, because for him to take this position, y'all, where there's smoke, it's some fire. It's something that we don't know that we need to start trying to foreshadow and be on the fence with before it happens, because he ain't going to college to do what college football used to be. College football is about to change. We see Matt Leinart just being hired as the general manager at Stanford. It's about to change. So let's get ready for
Hey, H.O., on the record, H.O., if D will disagree with me again, let me get his email, because I'm going to send him a sternly worded email with some big letters to him.
Rumor has it that Bill Belichick walked into the interview with a 400-page synopsis of how he would run the organization.
Wow.
How you say no to that?
I mean,
what you need, 10 million? Here's your 10 million. You need total control? Here's your total control. Who do you want as your general manager? That's the question now. Who will he hire as his general? Who he gonna pick to pick the groceries? He can cook. He can cook. But it's gonna be a staff of people, because you gotta understand, all of what I just explained is exciting for the college football fan. It's exciting for the evolution of college football. But bro, it's doomsday for everybody else. I think we finna see the abolishment of Title IX. I really do think we're about to see that, because we're already going. NIL is about to be abolished. In the fact of what we see NIL as in today, it will no longer be called NIL. It will just be the same as a professional player. If you can go out and get your endorsements, they won't be NIL. They will be actual endorsement deals, right? And those endorsement deals are going to come because we are heading into the era of pay for play. We are going to where it's going to be revenue sharing within college football. With the next TV deal will be a revenue share with the players. And they're going to have a union. And there's going to be players getting paid directly from these universities. So what we know of college football, bro, is dead and gone. And if you think that we still in that era, you're going to be left behind, and you're going to be shocked when the news drop that it didn't change.
I agree. It's going down in college football right now.
And listen, college basketball ain't far behind, my boy. College basketball is. Do y'all see AJ Dubbanza? We talked about him earlier. He got $7 million to go to college. He's never played college, and he got $7 million. Everybody was harping on Bronny James' $4 million contract. No, this kid got $7 million to go to college. Bro, it's about to get crazy out here. Because these universities and NIL collectives, they can't handle that type of pressure. They can't afford that type of money. Because here's the other part about it that I'm going to go deep on, y'all, but I think it's an interesting topic that our listeners will be interested in and need to know. When we talk about revenue sharing, it's a tad bit of a difference, right? Because these guys, NIL collectives, how donors give money to universities, it is taxed differently when you make different types of donations, right? When you make a donation to a university, or if you're a donor, it's taxed a certain type of way. When you make NIL contributions, you can't tax that the same way. You can't write off your NIL contributions. That is you just giving up money. Now, when you make a donation to a trust, then that's taxed a different way. So you can write that off. So a lot of these people who are pouring into these NIL collectives aren't happy with it because they're not getting a return on their money, right? There's no return on the money. They're just pouring into something and hoping it sticks and hoping it helps them win a national championship. That's not what they want to do. These folks ain't gonna keep pouring that money into these collectives like that unless they're getting some kind of return on their investment. And that's what's gonna happen when it comes to revenue sharing. They're gonna get that type of money. So they're gonna get that type of return on the money they put into these programs. So like I say, man, it's a lot of factors that are going on in college athletics right now that have nothing to do with a 12-team playoff. Has nothing to do with a national championship, but has everything to do on how the game will be played in the future.
Yeah. It's about to change. Something is about to change, and Bill Belichick is ahead of the curve right now, I think. And so, yeah, let's get ready.
Nick Saban, be on the lookout for Nick Saban to be on the move to do something, bro. It damn sure ain't gonna be sitting on that desk on every Saturday for College Game Day. I guarantee you that.
Right.
It won't be that.
Yeah, they finna turn this into NFL 3.0 because the players are getting paid now. So now why not run it like an organization?
Yep.
Instead of a university.
Hold them accountable. With contracts, you're gonna be able to hold them accountable. Like right now, like we mentioned last week, Big H.O., when we talked about the guys that want to transfer from UConn, right? And if they want to right now, they can dip. I'm gonna give you an example. As y'all know, my nephew plays at UNCW, Division I basketball, University of North Carolina, Wilmington. He had a guy on his team, they get their NIL money, right? They get their checks every month, right? They wop. They're getting their money. So he had a guy on his team that has already entered the transfer portal.
Already.
He left last week. He got his first two NIL checks already. There's no repercussion for him leaving. Now, he left the remaining money on the table, but there's no repercussion for the money that he got that he never fulfilled because there was no contract for him to fulfill. Those people, they're not going to continue to take these type of financial losses. Something has to change. So contracts will be incepted and you will be locked into that. What do we already see that happened this summer? They've already abolished the NIL, the NLI. The national letter of intent is no longer in college in college athletics. You no longer sign a national letter of intent to go to a school. What does that mean? You got to sign something to say I'm going. So what are you going to sign? A contract.
Will it be year by year or will it be multiple years, you think?
I think so. It's a rabbit hole now, right? We're going to dive down a rabbit hole, and I feel ourselves slipping. But you got to understand it's going to be arbitration in there, right? It's going to have to be a union. It's going to have to be somebody to protect the players in these contracts, right? Because if it's not, it's going to be on the side of the employer of who gets the market share of what's going on. So yeah, it has to be something that's going to change, and it could be multi-year, it could be year to year. I think it's going to mirror somewhat of a scholarship, right? And we all know scholarships are year to year, but it has to be a time limit. It has to be a 10-month, 9-month, 11-month, season long. Like we all know the NFL only gets paid for 17 seasons. You get paid for those 17 weeks of the football season. After those 17 weeks, you don't get no more checks. Your contract starts over depending on the stipulations in that contract. So, yeah, I think it's going to be something along those lines because coaches are going to want to get rid of guys. Guys don't want to transfer. All of those things are going to still be available because the transfer portal isn't going anywhere. So, with the transfer portal not leaving and going anywhere, yeah, you're going to see that. However, it's going to be tough to do a multi-year deal with a college player who has options to do other things. So, like I say, it's a rabbit hole to go down. However, it's going to be interesting to see because it's here.
Yep. It's going to be tough. All right, man, we got to dip into this, some of these college bowls. And as I was scrolling through the bowls, D-Will, are you attending any bowl games? Are you going to the Birmingham Bowl where you can see Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt?
No, I'm going to I'm gonna go over to the bowl here in Montgomery. We got a bowl in Montgomery, man. We kick off the bowl season.
And who's
Yeah, it's
in
like
that
the
bowl?
Alamesto Non-Stop Boston Bowl. It's in Crampton Bowl. Yeah, we got a bowl here. I'm going to that one.
Okie dokie.
I don't even know who playing.
All right, Coach. You going to Vegas to see Texas A&M versus USC?
How I'm gonna get there?
Where you
Fly.
sponsor at, Coach? Where you sponsor?
Man, please. I don't fly, so I watch it on TV.
Oh, okay. You don't fly, Coach. My bad.
No.
Take one of them buses then. Take the what you call that bus, D Will?
The mega bus, baby.
Yeah, take the mega bus, Coach. Take the mega bus to Vegas and enjoy your time.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Sure, yeah.
All right, so Iowa State in Miami plays in Orlando. I'm just going over some of the bowls. Colorado State plays Miami, Ohio. Does that say the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl?
Yes, Snoop Dogg has a bowl.
Yes, sir.
Presented by Gin and Juice and
Yep.
Dr. Oh my God, boy! Snoop Dogg got to be the hottest thing. Snoop Dogg got to be the hottest thing in America right now.
Yes, sir.
Sponsored by Gin and Juice and Dr. Dre. Ain't that something? All right, Colorado BYU, the Valerio Alamo Bowl, San Antonio, Texas. So Deion stays in the state of Texas or gets invited to the state of Texas to show off his Colorado team. How about that?
Deion, they should have put Deion against another team, not a Big 12. Why not put Deion against Cam Ward, two best quarterbacks in it, going at it? Slugfest, pay money. That's a money maker.
Yep.
Yeah. Alabama, Michigan, the Reliquest Bowl. Did I say that right?
I don't know.
In
who
Tampa,
wants to see us play
Florida. You
Michigan?
going down to Tampa, D. Will?
Hell no. Who wants to see us play Michigan? Like, seriously. Nobody. Listen,
Okay.
nobody wants to see that football game. There's not a person in America, and I'm talking about Alabama fans, who I am. We don't want to see that game, dog. Bro, that game is going to be the worst game because Michigan sucks. Let's keep it real. Ryan Day just can't beat them. It ain't a hardball thing. It's a Ryan Day thing. And Michigan is a bad football team. We saw that all season long. I don't nobody want to see that game, dog. I don't want to see that game.
Did I just see Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl?
You did.
Louisville versus Washington.
You
Come on,
did.
man. Come on, man. We need an SRT Atlanta Bowl.
I agree.
Play it at Morris Brown.
Right.
Georgia State won.
Yeah. Well, South Carolina playing in the Cheez-Its Bowl. So, hey, anybody can be a sponsor.
All right, real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me see what Dez had to say. The networks want to see the checks from its two big fan bases. Yeah, I agree. So this is how I look as the final rankings came out, not the seeding, but the final rankings. You had two Big Ten and two SEC teams, top four.
Mm-hmm.
No SEC, ain't no Pac-12 no more. So I guess they got what they wanted. So do you see that the conferences will, I guess, dissolve and have 2 to 3 power conferences and let them fight for it and make the conferences bigger? Do you see that happening in the future as well?
You say conference expansion?
Conference expansion and conference dissolving.
Yeah, conferences are definitely going to dissolve. Because I really believe that, like I mentioned kind of earlier, man, with the way we're going in college football, it's going to be different. They're gonna split this thing up into regions. It's already the P4 conferences, right? And if you're not in one of those P4 Power 4 conferences in college football, you're gonna be left out. And you see that these major conferences, SEC, ACC, Big Ten, and the Big 12, they can host multiple teams. They can have 20 teams in their conference. Hell, Big Ten already at 17. SEC is 16. You mean to tell me they can't take 3-4 more teams in those conferences? Now, Big 12 and ACC, I'm not sure if they can withstand, because a lot of those top teams from those two conferences will be looking to fill those last 3 or 4 spots in the SEC or the Big 10. So what does that turn into for the ACC and Big 12? Are they still P4 schools? Are they still P4 conferences? So it's a lot to see, because I think it's going to go to the 4 regions. We got the conferences, and it's going to be divisions. Like it's going to be different, but understand we're headed to the NFL model for college football.
Okay. Coach, what's your thoughts on it real quick?
It's going to be mega conference, mega money, mega everything. Simple as that.
Did I mention that the college football playoffs this year is expected to make $1.3 billion with a B dollars this year?
Billion.
So you mean to tell me if they do what D. Will had just explained, that money is gonna
10 billion, 15 billion. Like, what's the number? What's the number?
Does that mean that the coaches get more money, or does the NIL pot get bigger?
Like I say, it's no more NIL. It's going to be pay for play.
Pay for
It's going to
play.
be revenue sharing. They're going to have to share that revenue with those schools, with those conferences.
They gonna definitely have to get a union in.
Exactly.
They gonna have to.
They're going to have to. There's no choice. Now, you're going to have a choice whether you want to join it or not, just like the NFL PA or the NBA PA. You can choose to join it. You don't have to. Just understand, if you don't, you got an issue.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I bet Notre Dame joined in.
I don't know. Well, they money kind of big over there in the.
They ain't gonna have to, because everybody's going to actually be going to the Notre Dame model. You're basically going to be an independent, because you're going to be owned by an entity that's paying for all of your salaries.
All right, go ahead, fellas. Hold on, I got to entertain something real quick. Yeah. Y'all keep going.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like it's an interesting thing that we're headed to, and where we're at with it right now is a place of transition. We think this is a place of benchmarks. This is the place of transition we're in. Ever since the end of the BCS, we've been in transition phase, right? We've seen the playoff come in. We've seen NIL come in. We've seen the transfer portal come in, which is basically free agency, right? So we're seeing these elements of professional sports creep into college athletics, just with different terminology. So if you think that the revenue sharing portion of that is not on the way also, you're fooling yourself. It has no choice, because just like Big H.O. said, what is it going to be? If we're 1.3 billion now, you think you're going to be able to make $5 billion and the only people to get paid are the universities and the coaches? No. The players are going to get paid. They're going to be owed a portion of that revenue. So we're about to see that.
Speaking of transfer portal, Malik Murphy leaves Duke, but it didn't take long. The quarterback for Tulane is leaving Tulane, going to Duke. Just that
transactional, man.
Matter of fact, I can went to Wikipedia, and it already said that the Tulane quarterback, former Tulane quarterback, is already the quarterback at Duke in his Wikipedia. And that happened all in one day. That was quick.
quick.
D. Will, somebody told me to ask you, is Jalen Milroe coming back? Is he go transfer?
Bro, he's not transferring, okay? I still think Jalen Milroe has NFL potential, right? I got a feeling Jalen Milroe will be back, which for Alabama, in my opinion, is not the best thing. I think we need to move on from the Jalen Milroe era. I think he's a really good quarterback. I just don't think that offensive system fits with his talents, right? And we don't have the pieces around right now that fit his talents. So if he transferred, I'd be surprised. If he goes to the NFL, I'd be less surprised. But if he comes back, I'd be disappointed.
Well, let me ask you this. Could Alabama search for a quarterback in the transfer portal like a Cam Ward if he doesn't decide to well, I think
he's going to the NFL. He's top 3 pick.
Okay. Let's say any quarterback that is suitable, that fits the system and forces Jalen Milroe to make a decision. Could they do it that way? Sort of like what Ohio State did.
Yeah, I will say this. Let me say this. That's possible, right? However, we got one of the top quarterbacks in the country coming to Alabama, right? And I think that is kind of where we need to head. I think Kalen DeBoer needs to get a Kalen DeBoer guy in. That's just my opinion. I'm trying to think of that's his name. Keelan Russell, right? The kid from Texas. Like, he's a 5-star quarterback. We already seen that we already had one quarterback jump into the portal today from Alabama. I think his name, the Dillon kid. Can't remember his last name. He entered the transfer portal today. So that quarterback room is already starting to disperse to make room for Keelan Russell to come in, because I think that's a Kalen DeBoer type of quarterback, right? And with him coming in, bro, like, you got to put the ball on the field. Let him play. Let him play.
All right, real quick before we end our before we end our hot news, I got to say this, but Josh Allen is really good.
Oh God!
Let me know when you're ready to eat.
Yes, ma'am.
Or did Josh Allen have a really good game?
Josh Allen.
Even in the loss.
Bro, if we continue to give Josh Allen credit in losses, the reason Josh Allen is who he is because of the loss in 2019 in the divisional playoff game against Kansas City, where he put up a spectacular performance and he still lost. Why do we continue to give Josh Allen credit for losses? We're talking about how great he is, how good he is, but he don't win. Lamar Jackson, who is a 2-time MVP, we sit here and find everything in the world wrong with him to talk about because he hasn't won. But for Josh Allen, we don't talk about any of his stuff. All we talk about, he good, man. He lost, but he good. Same thing for Justin Herbert. Oh, he lost? Damn, he good. Like, what is this infatuation with white quarterbacks to not say, hey, they don't win. They don't have to win. Dan Marino is considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He never won. Ever. But take a black quarterback and won a championship. Oh, man, Doug Williams, he ain't no great quarterback. He just had a real good team around him.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. Like, I can't stand to watch your boy Glaze over on the 4-letter network, the former Detroit Lions quarterback, Glaze over Josh Allen. Then you get the brothers on there that get in the production meeting. They be like, hey man, say Lamar Jackson got issues, but well, y'all need to glaze Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, who ain't never won nothing. I can't take it. I'm sorry. I got on a tandem. But yeah, I don't like Josh Allen.
Okay. Well, I guess D will say the Alabama energy for Josh Allen. Way to go. Yes, he did. Either way, it is what it is. He said what he said, and that's the end. Well, I do have a question.
Stop glazing over these white
If
quarterbacks.
Josh Allen was your quarterback in fantasy football, would you still feel the same way?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I lost in fantasy this year. And Big H.O. and Coach, Big H.O. didn't accept my trade offer. He sent me a trade offer. I countered. He never responded.
I didn't get it. I didn't see it. My bad.
Never responded. I was trying to give it so. I'll tell you this. I had the opportunity about 4 weeks ago to make a blockbuster trade. I had a great trade on the table that included Josh Allen for one J Smooth, 6-man, the commissioner. Sent me this beautiful trade request. I drug my feet.
Drug your feet.
He wanted Josh. He was gonna give me Josh Allen and somebody else for DJ Moore from Chicago. DJ Moore just come off this huge 32-point outing in the fantasy that week. I was like, ooh, I can't get rid of DJ Moore. If Smooth won him, and you gotta understand, Commish was on a roll. I think he went on like an 8-game win streak this year.
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah.
He was on a roll. And he wanted to make that trade. And I had Aaron Rodgers and the boy AR-15 from the Colts. I needed a quarterback. I needed one to go along with Bijan Robinson. And I drug my feet and didn't make the trade. And I end up losing 4 straight games. 4 straight games after not making that trade 4 weeks ago. So if Josh Allen was my quarterback, I would love him. But I don't like him.
Okay, there you go. All right, with that being said, that's going to end our hot news for tonight. Yeah, stay tuned next week. We got more hot news. With that being said, we got some baller busters and bus stops. Or boy, you a sucker. Either way you want to put it, we got it. And let me go ahead and put it on the screen. Yes, sir. Real quick shout out to my main man, Mr. David from Vivid Security. Got to give him a shout out, man. He came through today. Let me tell you, I was already done with Vivid Security because they had did me not so good in the past, and I said I want to go talk to them no more. But I prayed about it and gave him an opportunity, and he came through and he put something together for my boy. And I said, the only way I do this now, you're going to have to get your upper echelons to get a sponsorship deal in there with it. He said, well, I'll tell you what, I give you 30 days free trial, and you give me 30 days to get the sponsorship okay. Which means that if I get the sponsorship, it all includes a SRT discount for everybody who listens to SRT and all of our listeners attending. So
that's big time.
Yeah, so I said that's the only way I'm gonna do it. That's the only way that I do this. That I have to include the tenants and the SRT. Say, so what happened is that we'll give you a SRT code, and when they call in, they put the SRT code in and get the discount.
That'll it work. Is.
That's how we're gonna do that. So with that being said, baller buses and bus stop. My baller this week goes out to, y'all ain't gonna believe this, DeAndre Hunter for the Atlanta Hawks. DeAndre Hunter is the sole reason the Hawks are possibly going to Vegas as they're playing the New York Knicks tonight to see if they can go to Vegas for the Final Four. DeAndre Hunter has been doing things and putting up points and hitting shots that we've been begging for. begging for. And he has finally come through to do so.
Big A Show, how about the shot he hit the other night against the Lakers to put them up? That game ended up going into overtime, but he hit a huge shot to put them to go ahead 3 to put them up that led them to that victory over the Lakers in overtime last week.
Yeah.
The irony and reason I brought that shot up with you bringing up how he's been playing here lately is because a player on that Lakers team who is a marginal role player is a player that the Hawks made the decision to keep him over, that a lot of people had a lot of issues with, in one Cam Reddish.
Right.
And it's the difference in the trajectory of their careers and what people thought that should have happened for the Hawks. As you're the resident Atlanta blue blood on here, Grady baby, Bankhead.
Absolutely.
Do you think that, are you going to give the Hawks some credit for that decision? Look at this, coach. Look at that, coach. He hesitated.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a Hawks credit. I would give DeAndre Hunter credit because I think they listened to the show and he finally realized that these boys coming at me.
Okay.
And he just he had to just wake up one day and say, "Look, I got to do better because they gonna run me out of town like John Collins."
And Cam Reddish.
Yeah, and Cam Reddish. Now I was high on Cam Reddish. I was super high on Cam Reddish.
Yeah, because you were super high on him because he went to Duke.
No, I'm super high on him because he can really hoop.
Nah, he can hoop though. He can hoop.
Yeah, he can really.
Dude, coming out of high school, he's probably one of the best high school players we've seen in the last 5-7 years.
I agree. So he can really ball. He can really ball. All right, Cuz on here. Showing his gratitude and his proudness that his ball is Max Fried, getting 218 million from the Yankees. And while his buster is Kirk Cousins, interception pride as he continues to practice this.
Oh Lord.
All right, so here's a North Carolina fan chiming in on the Duke. Cam Reddish is a bust, but Hunter is fool's gold because he'll probably get hurt again.
Oh Lord.
Dang. Come on, Maurice. I thought we were cool today. I was sending you information and all that.
Hey.
And I was trying to at least blend the Carolina Duke things as we can respectfully get along.
He can't. He chopped your leaves off, Big A Show.
Yeah,
he chopped your knees.
Boy, look at him.
He chopped you at the knees.
Oh, Maurice, he had to do it to him. All right, Coach, give me your baller.
Oh, it's an easy one right here. Juan Soto. You signed the biggest contract in sports history. You can't help but be a baller. Hey, even if you don't, but if you really look at it, he's a baller. But he can also be, well, he ain't gonna bust it because, I mean, $765 million, that's like winning the Mega Millions. Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Yeah,
Juan Soto got his money, even though he's gonna be a DH in 5 years. But hey, he got his money.
Mm-hmm. All right, Weezer, what you got?
All right, man, I'm going off the grid. Baller, the one and only, Caitlin Clark.
I thought that was gonna be Coach Baller.
Yeah, he love her. Caitlin Clark deserves a lot of credit for the Time magazine interview she put out this week. And I don't know if Caitlin Clark is just a really genuine person that I don't want to like, that I'm probably going to have to like, right? She got that Kobe effect. You know how people they don't want to like Kobe, but you couldn't help but like Kobe, right? I think Caitlin Clark is going to be that person for me. I don't want to like Caitlin Clark, though. I have never liked her. But damn, she be hooping. And the comments that she made in her Time magazine interview last week, she either got a great PR team or she's a really good person. And I'm starting to lean towards the latter. And it's pissing me off, right? But the comments that she made that the WNBA was built off the backs of black women and that black women need to be celebrated and appreciated for that, and that what she's able to do is because of the foundation that the black women built in the WNBA, bro, that's tough, right? That is a socially aware person or someone who has a extremely socially aware PR team that did that for her, right? She can't even do nothing good, and I'm gonna give her full credit. But I gotta give Caitlin Clark props for that, and for that reason, she's my baller for the week.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. As old Red is in the building tonight, Coach. Look at Red. What you say about Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
no,
Kobe
Kobe's
fan.
Kobe's my favorite. He's my GOAT. Kobe's my GOAT. So, but it's a lot with Kobe being my GOAT. I heard a lot of the Kobe hate, right? A lot of people hated Kobe, and you couldn't do nothing but love Kobe because as much as you hated him, he ain't really do nothing to make you hate him outside of chop your head off, and that's what Caitlin Clark does.
All right, it's Buster time. It is Buster time. Buster goes out to Atlanta Braves for not only losing Max Fried, but not signing. They losing all the free agents. You didn't sign Walker Buehler. You didn't sign Evaldi. And you didn't sign Willie. What's the shortstop name for Milwaukee, Coach?
Avaris, I think. I forgot his.
No, Willie Adis. Adames.
Yeah.
He signed with San Francisco. And we was looking at it now. So now we're resorting to possibly getting Alex Bregman. So we'll see. Dad said he's second the Buster Award for the Braves. Absolutely. for sure. Because you got to strike when the iron is hot. As soon as you win the World Series, what did the Dodgers go out and do?
Give him a player.
Went and signed. They get better. How do you go win a World Series then get better? That's how you keep the momentum going. But hey, I digress. I'm about sick of this anyway. The Braves get a Buster and the Falcons won't bench Kirk Cousins. I'm about sick right now. But Duke did beat Auburn. That's why Ace is not on the show tonight. But anyway, all right, Coach, what you got for your Buster?
Long list. I'm gonna have to give it to and you won't believe this. Hubert Davis.
No, Coach. Maurice is on here. He's a UNC fan, so
I'm a USC fan too. But you see this number? See that?
Yeah.
You got that many losses already. Your program is supposed to be one of the elite. And then D. Will, I saw D. Will sitting in the stands when Alabama torched North Carolina. I saw you, D. Will. Don't try to hide. You can't.
I was in there.
That was a like I say, a dog walk. When you get beat like that, you supposed to be able to play with them guys, man. You ain't supposed to be letting them come in there and just, hey, how you doing? We Alabama. We what they say, walk in your trap, take over your trap. They took over the trap. Everything else on North Carolina, that was ugly.
Yeah.
And Hubert, I love you like a play cousin, but that was terrible. That was terrible. So.
All right, here we go. Maurice said the Buster for the week is Graham publicly voicing the Hurts and Brown beef. We know it happened, but you can't tell us that. Oh, okay.
That was on my list.
That was on your list.
Yeah, but that's okay. I appreciate Maurice putting that out there. So I'm not gonna double down on that. I'm gonna pivot, but my pivot is gonna be on the same lane as that, right?
Go ahead.
My buster for the week is, and I love these guys, bro. I love them. Just to be honest, but they my busters of the week, and it's a twofold because I got two, and it's with a couple content creators. We all watch Club 520, Jeff T's podcast,
Mm-hmm.
right? They my busters of the week, along with another huge content creator in the basketball space, One Lethal Shooter, right? They were on live the other day having a beef because we know how Jeff Teague loved the Jones people, right? Jeff Teague don't care. He talk about you.
Yeah.
And he made a comment on his show that he doesn't watch. They were talking about Lethal Shooter shooting the gummy bears into a water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, that ain't real, right? And he just dumbing down the game. But Jeff Teague was like, well, I don't see his comment. I don't watch it because he blocked me, right? So they get on live together along with Jeff T's co-host, the dark-skinned dude, and they are literally cackling like a bunch of women. Well, you blocked me, you made me mad, so, I blocked you back. Like, who cares? What grown men sit on live? That's like me, you, and Coach sitting here talking about, well, Coach, you blocked me because I said something about your team and you don't leave. Like who cares? Like, why are we running into the space on this platform and on my platform on Eyeball Radio? Bro, we got enough stuff to talk about. And we can continue a conversation going about the truth. We don't have to make gimmicks in order to continue to get what we need to get out of what we're trying to get out of what we do. I'm getting real disappointed. Give it a ring, it's the same way. They have a lot of left and right conversations that really don't fit in the realm of what we're supposed to be doing. And another person, here's my twofold. He's a buster. And I like him. D-Rich TV. If you're not familiar with D-Rich TV, he's a popular content creator from Ohio who, he does youth basketball, does a lot. He used to run camps. But he got popular with videos that he started to create on social media. Bro, he on the other day, he's starting to do content talking about Jalen Green, Drea Michelle, and Tyrod Taylor. I'm like, bro, have you turned into the Shade Room? Are you the new Shay Cheese? Are you TMZ? You're really over here talking about grown men's relationships with a thigh. Is that where you're going? Like, we don't really care. Get back to the sport and the essence of why we watch y'all, because we want to hear your opinion about. Do we see Stephen A. Smith talking about that? We see Shannon Sharp talking about it. They sell out every day, man. So those are my busters of the week.
All right. Well, you could have saved one for the boy stop though. You got one for that?
Yeah, I got another one for that.
All right. So Maurice came back and said, Coach, he agrees. God can't shoot. Transfer portal didn't work. Totally his fault.
Bro, stop. No, it's not. Y'all know I wasn't gonna comment, but you know whose fault it is? It's the fault of R.J. Davis. It's the fault of North Carolina trying to build their program around a sub-6-foot point guard scorer. Your main scorer and your main lead guard cannot be 6 feet and you be successful. It's not gonna. He's too small. He's too small. I don't care how much experience, how good he is. He's simply just too small.
And he said no center worthy of starting either too, Coach.
There it is. Because you built around a sub 6-foot point guard.
Yep.
And we know in college basketball, point guards win championships.
Yeah. For sure. All right, here we go with the boy stop for the week. My boy stop for the week goes out to Well, let me get an honorable mention for a baller, and that's Sam Donald. 5 touchdown passes, and boy, if you'd have picked him up in fantasy, you'd have been all right.
Yeah.
5 touchdown passes, and let's be real. Let's be real noticeable that Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are a great duo in Minnesota. If they can get somebody the ball, then they'll be all right.
Do you think they're going to make a mistake by getting rid of Sam Darnold next year and turning the keys over to J.J. McCarthy? Because Sam Darnold fits that system, and if he's going to get $150 million to go somewhere else next year, and if that system is not the same system that he runs in Minnesota, he's not going to be successful, just like he wasn't successful prior to him getting to Minnesota. So do you think Minnesota is making a mistake by trying to get J.J. McCarthy to play simply because they're going to have to pay Sam Darnold $150 million? They still got J.J. on his rookie deal.
That's going to be a tough decision. That's because the more he plays, the more he gets familiar with.
They're not keeping him, Big H.O. They're not keeping him. They can't. They can't pay him $150 million when they just drafted J.J. McCarthy in the first round.
I agree. Well, Maurice has a rebuttal to what you were stating. Joel Bear, Marcus Page did the same thing, and they got a chip.
Bro, look at the teams that they had around him. You just said that they don't have a center in North Carolina right now. Look at those teams. Joel Berry and Marcus Page had very good bigs that offset them being small guards. They don't have a big in North Carolina that offsets R.J. Davis. Even Armando Bacot was a good big that offset R.J. Davis. He doesn't have that this year. So it's all on him. And with it being all on him, without that big-time big, you're not going to win.
He also said Davis has turned into Larry Drew II.
See that? Neither one of them were. Both of them suck. Both of them. You know, man. Like so. Yeah.
Coach wobbling his head.
Nah, I got neck cramps. Listen to that.
Okay.
The truth, but hey.
But my boy start this week goes out to the Atlanta Falcons whole organization. We are back in the same situation that we were last year. Not improved, no improvement. We get 9 sacks in 2 games and had won the game in a month. You hadn't even scored an offensive touchdown in a month. Well, no, I'm sorry. Bijan scored an offensive touchdown. You hadn't thrown an offensive touchdown in a month.
Mm-hmm.
You drafted a number 8 pick as a quarterback. You decided to pay. You done paid over $200 million in the quarterback room this year. And you in second place after being 6-3, and now you finna lose the division. I'm like, bro, listen, you done blew a 28-3 lead, and you finna blow a 6-3. Easy peasy all the way to the division, and now you finna blow this. Now you in second place within 4 weeks. What a shame.
Mm-hmm.
The leadership position is, if they don't make the playoff, Terry Fontenot, he's out of there. He got to go. Point blank period. And I talked to Smitty the other day. Smitty said he wouldn't be surprised if Ra is gone after 1 year.
No, I know they ain't gonna do that. They ain't that just totally.
Smitty said it last week.
He did. He did, but I don't think they'll be knee jerk like that to go 1 year and out.
Listen, man. Arthur Blank tired of being disappointed. You had the division in your hand. You done with a 6-3 record. Now you 6-7. All you gotta do is just play 500 ball from 6-3. Just play 500 ball and you good. And you couldn't even do that. So I don't know. Smitty may have some insights on that. So that's my boy stop for the week, the Falcons organization, especially the leadership. You done moved Rich McKay out of the way, and now the brothers got the keys to the Jeep, and boy, we making it look bad. All right, Coach, what you got?
My boy stop and you a sucker, whatever you want to call him, is Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. Garrett Nussmeier actually said out of his own mouth, with his own breath, he coming back to LSU to win a championship. I say, in what league are you thinking about? In what country are you thinking about LSU winning a championship? You got to be crazy, Garrett Nussmeier. You were directly responsible for some of that stuff. And guess who we lost to at the beginning of the year, H.O.? USC.
Yeah, I remember that now.
That started the train going down. And then Brian Kelly, I still say he's a joke and a half. So he coming back to win him a championship. Good luck with that, dog. I can't support you on that, dog.
Go ahead, D. Will. I got to tend to something real quick. Go ahead. I got Vivid here trying to handle some business for me.
Gotcha. So my boy stop of the week, man, is kind of off the grid a little bit. Y'all ready? In the essence, in the heart of Christmas and the holiday season, one of my favorite Christmas movies happens to be A Christmas Story, right? And as y'all all know, A Christmas Story is played on TBS and TNT from 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve until 6 p.m. on Christmas night. So it runs for 24 hours straight on the TBS and the worldwide TNT network, right? I had somebody the other day tell me they ain't never seen A Christmas Story. How in your whole life have you never seen the movie A Christmas Story with Ralphie and Randy? Are you serious that you've never seen A Christmas Story? And for that, I'm going to have to give that person, boy, stop. If you ain't never seen A Christmas Story in your life. That's my boy stop for the week, man, because Christmas Story is by far my favorite Christmas movie. Now, I do got other Christmas movies that I like. Don't get me wrong, right? I love National Lampoon Vacation. I love that, right? That's a good one. For those that don't believe so, I like Die Hard as a Christmas movie. But one of my second favorite Christmas movie of all time, and people might not think this is even a Christmas movie, Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. That's one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. If you ain't never seen that. So I just got to keep it real. I'm a Christmas movie buff. I will watch a Lifetime Christmas movie if you get me in the right place. I will watch a Hallmark Christmas movie if you catch me at the right moment. But I'm a Christmas movie buff. So if you ain't never seen a Christmas movie, boy, stop. A Christmas Story. Boy, stop. That's my boy stop for the week.
Yeah, as much as that movie been out like forever, if you haven't seen that movie, that means either you hate Christmas or you just don't have a TV. That's all I can say.
The Gremlins is also a good Christmas movie. And people might disagree with me that a Gremlins is a Christmas movie. But where is the setting for the Gremlins movie? It's Christmas.
Yep.
It's Christmas time. Gizmo. You don't want to get Gizmo wet because he turns into that was during Christmas. It's a Christmas movie, man.
Because they had the Christmas lights and everything. Come on.
Dude, they were in there drinking the beer with the Christmas hats on. Right? Come on, man. Like, stop, man. Stop, man. I ain't gonna know. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you like this. Coming to America is borderline a Christmas movie. Borderline. It can be argued against. It can be argued for. But part of that setting is at Christmas.
Yeah, it's some movies out there that you can legit say, well, whether you want to or not, they're Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. It's several of them.
Without a doubt.
Even what's the one I'm thinking of? You threw me with Gremlins though, but it is though.
Yeah.
They were playing around the Christmas tree. They had the lights on and the hats.
Right. They took over, man. When they took over, they had on the Santa Claus outfit. They were swinging through the thing, drinking the beer.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
Them little goofy jokers, I'd have a pistol for most of them. Get out of my house. Yep. They did their thing. It was funny as all outdoors. You know, it's supposed to be scary. It was more funny than anything else.
I don't know, Coach. Now, back when I was younger, Gremlins freaked me out. I love Gizmo. I love Gizmo. Gizmo was cute, but I was scared of the. I can't remember the main Gremlin name, but I was scared of them. I ain't
Oh,
gonna lie, I was scared.
was it Scratch? Not Scratch. Was it Scratch? No.
It was Scratch. It was
Stripe.
something like
Stripe.
that. It
Stripe.
might have been Scratch.
It was Stripe. That was his name.
Stripe. That's his
Yep.
name.
That was his
Yep.
name.
Because he had the mohawk.
Yep. And caused
man,
all
so-
kind of problems.
Right. So, like I say, man, in the essence of Christmas, my boy stop was anybody who has never seen A Christmas Story.
Yeah. Like I said, you had or not had a TV or your floor model TV stopped working or something. That's all I can say.
Right. You need to go put you some antenna rabbit ears on that thing to get that thing to work and find you some TNT or TBS so you can watch A Christmas Story. It's on 24 hours a day every year for the last 15 years, I know. So at least it is probably longer than that. So you at least got to watch A Christmas Story every Christmas.
Do you watch the Charlie Brown Christmas?
I do. I am a Peanuts fan.
And see, my favorite movie around Christmas time is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because all that I think Heat Miser and Cold Miser were in there. Both of them were in. I think they were in that movie. They was in one of them. But the songs that made me watch. Love to hear the song about Heat Miser and Cold Miser. Oh, what they'll do. Hey Joe, are you a Christmas movie fan?
You're on mute. You're on mute, Big H.O. There you go.
Yeah, I love Die Hard. What's that?
Come on with it. I Big H.O. I had to tell him that Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Because I'm not sure if you heard my boy Stock before you left.
No,
and the reason we're talking about Christmas movies was I was told that my boy Stock for the week is anybody who has never seen A Christmas Story. If you've never seen A Christmas Story that comes on from 6 p.m. Christmas Eve to 6 p.m. Christmas night for 24 straight hours on the TNT networks on TBS, if you ain't never seen it, boy, stop. That was my boy Stop for the week. And then we got down the rabbit hole of what is and what's not Christmas movies. And I said Gremlins is a Christmas movie. I said Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I said Coming to America is borderline a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Right? So
I can see that.
I'm a Christmas movie buff. And like I was telling Coach and all the tenants, bro, you might you catch me at the right time, you might get me with a Hallmark Christmas movie. You catch me at a better time, you might get me on a Lifetime Christmas movie. Right?
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm all right with them.
Yeah. All right, man. With that being said, we got to move into our roundtable discussion. And now, D, you probably have to roll on out of here.
I do.
Yes, sir. All right. With that being said, before you leave, I'm gonna give you my 3-point shot. And just give me one answer. Just one. There's only 6 players in the NBA history that has 2 MVPs. Give me one, cause it's 6. Just give me one.
That had like league MVPs.
League MVPs. There's only 2 MVPs. It's 6 players in history, in the NBA history, that only has 2 MVPs. Just give me one.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
My man. All right, cool. I get Coach to give me the other 5.
I kind of got him right here too, so I already know. I got you.
All right, let everybody know where they can find you on the eyeball on social.
Man, y'all already know, man. Y'all see it on the screen right now, man. eyeballradio.com, man. I appreciate y'all support, man. We drop dope articles, dope content every day on eyeballradio.com. Go subscribe to the website. If you have any players in the state of Alabama that's playing high school and middle school basketball in the state, have them go sign up, fill out their player card on eyeballradio.com. Just go to the website, click on the player card, fill out the information, get loaded into our player database. So we'll have all your information and we'll be able to write articles, talk about you, and send your information to any college coach or scout that we need to do so straight from the site. So yeah, just go register at eyeballradio.com. If you're a fan of high school basketball, you're a fan of D. Will, the coach, y'all like to hear me talk my ish, go to eyeballradio.com and subscribe to the website, and you'll get all this on a daily basis, man. That's about it.
All right, bro. We'll holler at you next week.
No doubt, man. Y'all have a good show. Peace out.
For sure.
D. Will.
All right. Bet. All right, coach. Just me and you will ride this thing on out. Round
Yes,
table
sir.
discussion.
Yes, sir.
They was over here installing my alarm system, and I'm like, I told them I got a show to do, and they kept bothering me anyway. I say, look, I'm gonna write the information down, and there you go. You can do it that way.
Give Joe Burrow your alarm system.
Say it again.
Give Joe Burrow your alarm system.
I was gonna say, oh man, I forgot to give Jamar Chase a baller this week. He's another honorable mention.
Yeah.
He got me 41 points in the victory that I needed in my fantasy football. That led me straight to the playoffs. I'm the 6th team to get in, but I did make it. I made the playoffs. Yeah.
I was leading. He came out of nowhere, and I lost about 5 points. I think he cost me one, sucker.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Bless your heart.
He came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Yes, sir. I needed every bit of that for sure. All right. Round table discussion. Let's go ahead and talk about it. We're gonna talk about the playoffs and the way that it's shaping up. Look like Pittsburgh is doing quite well over there in that division, but the division is kind of disappointing the way Cincinnati's played. And I have on the sheet, maybe we should start this way. The most disappointing team in the league: the Jets, San Francisco, or Cincinnati. Who you got?
Well, I can't say San Francisco out about to, but they got everybody in the on their team injured at least 1 week out of the year, and then the rest of them come back and play. Everybody hurt on their team.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets got to be it. When they say your team is not better than when what's the quarterback name? That used to be the quarterback for the Jets.
Zach Smith.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Okay, yeah.
And Zach Wilson is better. They consider him better than Aaron Rodgers. Something is very wrong. Something is wrong with your team. And Devontae Adams, I know he want to go to a Taco Bell right now and just sit down and don't come back out because he thought this was going to be the team. He's going to get him over the hump. He got his boy Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. And this team has looked nothing like a contender, even with that so-called great defense. So now everybody looking like it wasn't Salah's fault. You know, we can't blame Robert Saleh for what's been going on. So, hey, now you got to look at the fact that I don't know what's going on in the Jets camp. They don't know what's going on. So, you know, the Jets got to be the worst team. Got to be the most disappointing team.
Yeah. Most surprised team to you? Arizona, Washington, Minnesota, or other? Minnesota,
because Sam Darnold, I had almost written him off. Like he's serviceable, but he's not going to win you any games. And yet Sam Darnold has got the Vikings right up there with the Lions and the Packers. Well, the Packers dropped a little bit, but you know. And Sam Darnold has come on, and like we talked about earlier, he deserves another contract. When people get through talking, he deserves another contract from the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy, you look good, but I don't see it.
What about Washington and Arizona? Between those two, which team surprised you the most?
Washington, even though Jaden Daniels, well, Arizona is in the thick of Washington has fallen off. I don't know, Jaden Daniels has his team done hit a bump. I mean, and now people are not talking about them as they're champions of their division and conference. Division. So they just talking about them as trying to make the playoffs. So yeah, Jaden Daniels has got to pick it back up and decide, hey, I'm ready again, and let's see what happens. But Arizona, Kyler Murray stopped playing video games or whatever, and he done decided to play football. You know, with Fitzgerald, Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. So one of those two gonna make the playoffs. Both of them might make the playoffs. Who knows? But right now, I said Minnesota is looking good, and looking like the team they ain't gonna represent the North, but they gonna make some noise in the playoffs. They could. So we'll see.
Let's see what else I got on here, Coach. Who's going to win the NFC West, in your opinion?
Ugh. The Seahawks, Geno Smith has hit a gear, and I don't know where he got that gear from, but Geno Smith said, okay, y'all don't want it, I got it. I'll take it. Y'all done sit down and watching everything. I'll do what I got to do to win this thing. Geno has come up and taken the lead in the West, like I said. But you got to watch out for my boy, Puka Nuka. Old Puka Nuka with the Rams, they continue to be up there too. San Francisco too beat up. And then who else in that division? Let's see, Arizona, San Francisco, the Rams, and there's one more team. I can't think. I don't know how I drew a blank.
San Francisco.
Yeah, I got them.
Rams, Seattle.
Seattle, and Arizona. Okay, I got them all. I don't know if San Francisco can win it because everybody hurt. It's gonna be between the Seattle and the Rams. They're gonna have a slugfest to see you come out of there and win. So, because I don't think they're gonna get two in there because everybody lost at least 5 or 6 games. So I don't think they're gonna get two in there. They'll get one. So the winner of that division will probably get in there. So we'll see. So pick a team. The Lions. Everybody say the Lions are unbeatable.
Yeah, that's what they say.
If the Lions don't make the Super Bowl this year, I think Dan Campbell.
Is it a disappointment for you?
It's a disappointment for them, not me, because I don't think they're gonna make it anyway. But it'll be a disappointment considering how they came out to shoot, and like somebody said, I think Red said it. He said Dan Campbell could get 19 in blackjack and ask for another card. He that kind of gambler. He gambles on 4 down and makes it, and then everybody look at him like he's a great coach. So hey, he keep doing that. What can you say?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the Hawks real quick. They playing New York Knicks, and it's on commercial right now. I can't tell you what the score is. Let me pull it up real quick. All right, it's a 2-point lead. New York up 62-60 in the third quarter, 7 minutes and 51 seconds left. And so tell me your thoughts on how the Hawks have gotten this far and gotten this good at this time of the year.
It seems like Quinn Snyder know how to move that lineup around, and that boy Dyson Daniels, he only had 6 points tonight, but he's come out of nowhere to pick up the pace and help them get some wins. I mean, and help them play better. Trae Young got 12 points tonight, 6 assists, turned the ball over 3 times. That don't mean nothing. DeAndre Hunter got 12 points, so let's see if they can make that. It's only a 2-point lead by the Knicks, so and no Trae Young. Every time he touched the ball in Madison Square Garden, they boo him out the building. So hey, we'll see how it turns out. See if they can make the comeback and get a win. I think they can. They playing inspired basketball for some reason.
So
Somebody,
they can get the win.
yeah, somebody slapped Karl Anthony Towns. He got 13 points and 15 rebounds. So hey, he woke up and decided to play. Jalen Brunson, I'll shoot it if you let me, only has 8 points. So he only started and that's not in double figures in points. So we'll see.
Quinn Snyder done figured it out, coach.
Yeah, he seen it. He seen it. Got the corner turn and decided he know how to shuffle that lineup around. And of course, everybody know that Tom Thibodeau gonna play everybody until they unconscious. So he don't waste no minutes. Everybody gonna get at least 25, 30 minutes with him. So we'll see.
So who do you contribute this run to? Hunter, Snyder, Dyson Daniels, or a combination of all?
Combination. They
Hogan shooting that ball too.
yeah.
And what about the rookie?
He got some growing to do. He gonna get there. He not there yet. He got some growing to do as far as basketball. So we'll see how it works.
If they beat New York, you like their chances going to Vegas?
Now Milwaukee, somebody told what's his name? Doc Rivers, you better start winning or else. And obviously he said else. And he didn't pick the Bucks back up. So I don't know how they're gonna beat the Bucks, but hey, anything's possible. Doc and
Who you like in the West? I think you got OKC, Golden State.
You don't have to say nobody else.
Okay.
OKC. Them young boys who don't have a conscience, they don't care who gets the credit. And I notice, if you notice on their interviews, it ain't just one person standing there. There's a whole team standing there. Don't know one person get the credit for them. They are the most together team in the NBA. They don't mind who get the credit as long as they win. So I think they're gonna win it all.
The NBA Cup or the NBA Finals?
The Cup. I wouldn't discount them in the finals either. Cause they got a good thing going too.
All right, Cole, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. The 3-point shot. I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
3-point shot is here. All right, I asked D. Will, give me the 6 names that's won 2 MVPs. There's only 6 players in history that did it. He already gave you one, and that's the Greek Freak. All right, you got 5 more to go. And if you're listening in the chat, go ahead and throw out a name. Let me see what you got.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash is one. Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, that's tough. I was about to say Kobe, but I forgot he got more.
Yeah, he ain't get but one. Steve Nash got one of his. But,
Nash got 2, although he didn't deserve them all. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
Maurice coming up with maybe he's. You can't Google Maurice. You can't Google.
Now, are you saying that they have won only 2 or
only 2? Only 2. Yeah, so Maurice, you disqualified with all them. So no,
Jokic.
it's not Jordan, it's not Bron, it's not Kareem.
Jokic.
But he did say Duncan, so Duncan is on the list as well. Jokic is not on the list.
He not.
No, he's not.
Steph Curry probably.
Steph Curry is on the list. So we got Nash, Duncan, Curry, and Giannis. I got two more.
Oh shoot. Let's see. Let me think.
No Googling. No Googling.
Right.
Two more. And I'm gonna tell you, one you should get automatically, and the other one you might not get. But one is not in this era. He's in the era where Jordan played.
Moses Malone.
Nope.
Oh.
Murray said Magic. No. Magic got 5 MVP. No, he got 3. So no, it's not Magic.
Probably Goofy Karl Malone.
Karl Malone is another one. So Coach, you can be right over there. There's only one more. So I got Karl Malone, Tim Duncan, Steve Nash, Steph Curry, and Giannis. And there's only one more left. NBA history. Yeah, we just said Malone, Murray. So yeah, Karl Malone. There's only one left.
I ain't gonna get the last one. I know I can't think who the last one is. And it's gonna be somebody I know. Watch. I'm gonna be mad.
Well, I'm gonna say this. He played in an era that most people weren't even born. Most of our listeners weren't even born yet.
Oh, shoot. Bill? No, it wasn't Bill. Was it Bill Walton?
No.
Don't tell me so I can be mad.
All right. If I give you another clue, would you try again?
Yep. You been got me ticked off now. I can't think of who it is. And a bit is, like I said, plain as the nose on my face, but I can't think of it.
He wore a Hawks jersey. That's about the best clue I can give you.
White or black?
He's not black.
Oh, then it's got to be Bob Pettit. If he ain't black.
Pettit.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was never to say. That's about the only white boy that was balling back in the days for the Hawks.
Yeah, Bob Pettit. How about that? Pettit, Malone, Duncan, Nash, Curry, and Giannis.
That's a pretty good team when you put them together.
Yeah, so everybody was starting to talk about Bird, Magic, and Jokic. Moses, Larry, and Magic and Jokic each won 3 times.
Yeah, I ain't thinking none. I thought Jokic, but I forgot he won that other year. So
he's a 3-time winner.
Yep.
So pretty good. I almost stumped you there, Coach.
You almost. It's kind of tough. I had to think about Pettit. You said he played.
I had to think about that one. All right, my last one for tonight. I think it's 5 teams. There's 5 teams in the NBA that doesn't have an S on their mascot name.
Doesn't have an S?
Yes, like Hawks with an
S. Jazz.
That's one.
Oh Lord. Five. Y'all, is that many? I don't know how this is that hard. The Miami Heat.
That's 2.
That's right. That's right. Orlando.
All right, hold on. I got a comment.
Orlando Magic.
Okay, so Maurice said Heat in the Magic. That's true.
Right. Yeah.
All right, but we got a couple. You said the Jazz, and it's only one more. I'm sorry. So it's 4.
Dog. Maybe. Yes. Again, I'll be mad if I don't get it. Thunder. That's it.
There you go.
Oklahoma City Thunder. That's right.
All right, give me the same thing in baseball.
Red Sox, White Sox.
Look at Coach. College football.
Dog. There's so many of them. Ooh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just give me 3 in college football.
Fighting Irish. North Carolina State Wolfpack. And
Notre Dame on the list. North Carolina, NC State is not.
What? How they the Wolfpack? How they not on the list?
I'm just saying they're not on the list. Well, the other one, he just left the show.
Oh, Crimson Tide. Oh yeah, you made that easy.
Yeah.
These 3-point shots, I'm falling farther back shooting.
The other one plays in one of the biggest games of the season in the military.
The Navy midshipman.
That's another one. And
okay.
Give me one more and we done. One is out west and one is Midwest.
Oh, man.
Hawks got an 8-point lead. Come on, Hawks.
See that? They turn that thing around fast. One is out west and the other one is what?
Midwest.
In the interest of time, give me the other one.
Stanford. Illinois.
Cardinals. Illinois fighting the line out there. Suckers.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't got them.
Stanford Cardinals.
Yeah, both of them suck. That's okay.
Syracuse.
Orangeman, yeah.
Tulane.
Green Wave.
Yeah. So I didn't ask you to give me all of them, but just some of them. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. But they getting harder and harder, though, right?
Man, please. They like you shooting from Caitlin Clark range.
There it is. Well, how about that? Everybody know when you hear that, when you hear the tunes of the SRT, it is time to make a move. And I want to shout out Coach for coming through. Shout out D-Will for coming through. Shout out to the tenants for making it happen. Thanks for coming through and checking us out. Thank you, Maurice, for the trivia. He said good trivia. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. And shout out to Hancock for making it to Memphis safely. And that's all I got.
All right.
All right, Coach, give me your shout out, bro.
Shout out to the HL from Bankhead for bringing me on once again. Shout out to D. Will, Hancock, Smitty, everybody. Red Rail Sports Show, Red Rev and Armani. See y'all Saturday from 11 until whenever we get off. Shout out to all the people watching basketball tonight. Shout out to the Hawks, see if they can pull it out and steal a win over the, what's the name,
New York Knicks.
the Knickerbockers, as they used to call them back in the day. That's all I got.
All right, now. Yes, sir. Hawks up 78-70. Let me make sure I check the score again before we get up out of here. But we got to root them Hawks on tonight.
Yeah, Trey Young done caught fire. Him and Hunter.
Hawks up 81-72.
Okay.
And coach, you say you giving them a chance if they go to New York? I mean, if they go to Vegas?
Yep. You got a chance.
And guess who won't be in Vegas?
Yeah. Who is that?
Boston or Cleveland.
Yeah, that's something there. Ain't that something?
How is that possible, Coach?
The best two teams in the league get hot at the wrong, don't get hot at the right time, and y'all out of the cup. Wow, I guess y'all saving it for the big dance, I guess. I don't know. So we'll see.
Yes, sir. All right, man, we got to get up out of here. With that being said, it's 9:01. For my main man, Hancock, for D-Will, for Coach. And we're going to get Asa some love, too. He's an Auburn fan, but hey, we still love you, Asa. With that being said, R.I.P. Moms and Pops, R.I.P. BC. For everybody tuning in to SRT, make sure you go to the website, make sure you go to the YouTube page, like the page, and make sure you subscribe to the page. With that being said, we SRT crew, and we'll see y'all next week, and we out. Peace.
See ya.